Some media workers in St. Kitts and Nevis participated in a 2-day social protection for media professionals workshop presented by the United Nations Joint Sustainable Development Fund. The workshop was held on May 21st and 22nd at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. The purpose of this workshop was to provide media personnel with the knowledge and tools necessary to effectively report on social protection developments. Ms. Azilla Clarke, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Affairs, who was one of the presenters at the workshop, spoke more about the objectives of the sessions.
It's important for us to be able to share with the media what is social protection, what it means, what we are doing, so that they can help us to share that information with the general public, because for many persons, they choose how they access information, and for many of them, their preference would be media houses as opposed to government entities. And so we need to be able to share information with our media houses to help us to educate, inform, and be advocates for the system and its beneficiaries around matters of social protection.
At the end of the first day, she gave some insights into the interaction and what was conveyed to the participants.
I think they have gained an understanding of social protection, because for too long we've used terms such as welfare or social assistance, and the technical language has evolved to now be social protection, which includes all programs and services that address prevention, eradication, and sustainability as it relates to risk and vulnerabilities. So it is today the person's got an opportunity to hear from it from a child-sensitive view, UNICEF, through the ILO, which also has a view from the Social Security end, to understand what the system looks like and what it's designed to do, and then, of course, understanding where we are as a nation, why we do the work, what we do, who is the poor and vulnerable, what are some of the services. So day one to me was impactful. I know a lot of persons probably need to sit more with the PowerPoints and stuff to be able to understand it, but our hope is that when they hear the Ministry of Social Development, Social Security, Education, Health, and others speak about the services that they do, they can put it in the wider context of social protection and then be able to engage further in that regard.
Meanwhile, at the opening ceremony on Tuesday, Mr. Cosbert Woods, United Nations Country Coordination Officer, gave remarks on the significance of this workshop for media professionals.
Our journalists, our reporters, and other media personnel are critical to enhancing public awareness and understanding of social protection, particularly for the most vulnerable members in our society. Notwithstanding the valiant efforts of P.S. Clarke and the other social protection officers, partnership with the media, both public and private entities, are needed to ensure access to information about the available services, the rights and responsibilities that are provided to those who need to navigate life's uncertainties.
The topics covered were social protection en masse, what is social protection and why does it matter, what does social protection look like in the Eastern Caribbean, the local context, social protection in St. Kitts and Nevis, debunking the myths of social protection and storytelling for change. One of the objectives of the workshop was to empower media personnel to initiate public discussion on social protection matters and galvanize support for inclusivity, equity, transparency, and accountability in social protection systems. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.